Welcome back to base camp, WNC. I had to cut this thing in here right quick. This is the Beast. This is a older 2100 series Case International, 6-row. We do have the 4-row head for it. Don't really use it all that much. We upgraded to a 6 and seem to get along with it. It gets up and down in between the woods and everywhere we got to go. It's not a whole lot to it. It's not a real fancy modern machine, all this kind of stuff. Like I said, it's an older couple generations. There's a little bit of electronic update on this thing. Not a whole lot. You got to pay for all that kind of stuff, and we really don't farm that much. Like I said, we raise specialty crops is all we're really kind of into. Walter does a lot of vegetables and whatnot if you look at the channel. But we're going to jump in this thing here. We tried to play with the settings on the camera to be able to film it. Well, what I've done, I've gone back here in the back of the phone and found this is the file footage of some of the sunflowers we're going to be harvesting. This is what they were only less than a month ago. They're going to be kind of tough and green, but we're going to show you what they are up to date right now. But this is kind of what the fields look like. There's like 20 of these different strips like this all over the place to cut. So it's going to take a while to run around and jump and do it, but it's going to be what it's going to be. We're going to just try to save everything. Well, here's one of the first things we're going to try to tackle. This is what the sunflowers look like now. They're moist, they're tough. They really need 2-3 weeks of this good 90-degree weather to dry out. But we're afraid they ain't going to be standing up here before long. And like I said, there's 20 some of these strips all over the place to get in and do. They weren't really planted for a crop. They were planted for birds, wildlife, and we'll scavenge some for seed and whatnot to plant next year and feed some of the animals. But this isn't sunflower production, so the numbers aren't there. The field is good and clean. We got a little bit of morning glory coming in. That's the curse of the fall around here, but that's what it's going to be like. We're going to get up in this thing. This is a strips it the next morning. I'm on the way to go get diesel fuel and parts, so we're going to show you some corn next. Well, went down here, and this is some of the fields of corn I'm leaving right now. This one out by the road, and this is what the corn crop looks like. It's all dry land corn. There's no irrigation here. It looks pretty good. Pulled the husk back on one of the ears, and everybody wants to know what it's going to shell out, and I have no idea. You take the good and bad average from around the field and in the middle, and it's going to be what it's going to be. As you can see in the background, it's blue skies right now, and 15-20 minutes later, it's all gray and black. Humidity keeps going up. Barometric pressure's dropping, so it's not drying. It's fairly warm. It's low 90s right now, but here's a little close-up on the ears of corn that's in there. They do use a crop specialist right there. It's really clean corn. I don't know what all they've sprayed, treated, and done with. Like I said, they're into whatever it takes. I would imagine this is all Roundup Ready stuff or something. As clean as all this is, but the crop specialist does do a good job for them. And we're running now to go get parts and diesel fuel. These machines and everything drink, and we're going to bring you back. Well, if anybody's seen my channel, I've forgotten to pick up the camera and film anything. I'm going out getting diesel fuel and parts, and we get back and we got running. Battery was dead. I forgot to plug it in and didn't film anything. If you go look at my channel, subscribe, you'll see I'm really famous for starting projects. I am an off-grid builder. As I tell everybody, we build everything on the ground, above ground, and below ground. We kind of specialize in that. off-grid water projects, but I'm real famous for starting a project and forget to film it. I've not quite got used to having a camera in my hand. I'm normally the person doing, not the one sitting in the back watching. So I can tell you this, after the whole storm, at the house we got less than an inch of rain, and down here they barely got enough to get the ground wet. No real wind, more than you would get in a thunderstorm, and less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. Everybody in North Carolina, of course, and we were on the leeward side. Everybody in North Carolina got the brunt, and even at the time of this publication of this video, they're still in a massive cleanup mode. And we get a few things done. We're heading up to the mountains at my place, and we're going to take you to the farm up there. And reports from my neighbor says we barely got anything there, but Asheville and that side got flooded and washed up, and they got a pile of rain. So once again, we were on the leeward side of the storm up there, but we've got white corn to take care of and a bunch of other stuff to get in. And we're going to show you some pictures of that, and probably filling silo and cutting silage, and we'll see what all else is going on. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Thank you.